I graduated from Cal Poly in 2010 from civil engineering, mostly emphasized in structural. I really had an affinity for statics and bridge design and steel. I think those were my favorite courses. But also got really into geotechnical, anything that had to do with building. And somewhere along the way, at my time at Cal Poly, I also got really into home brewing. So that's where the whole craft beer thing kind of came into my life. It was my second roommate in San Luis Obispo, a 5-gallon bucket, and then a 15.5-gallon keg with the top cut out of it over a propane burner. I think that got my career started. Brewing kind of became my passion, and engineering kind of became my vocation, I guess. But ultimately, down the road, the two kind of ended up colliding and landed me in this seat here. So it's been interesting. I've had everything from like the spotlight projects of the brew house to the last thing anybody wants to think about, and that's the complete tail end, which is wastewater treatment and expansion. But a lot more directly related to civil, at least in water and wastewater experience. And I had a lot of fun with the brew house project because I was able to work with local architects that were fantastic, local mechanical engineering and civil engineering and structural engineering firms to kind of pull all of this together, but then also fly across the pond and meet with 3 different companies based out of Germany that build top-of-the-line brew house equipment and have been doing so for the last couple of 100 years. But we ended up with this massive piece of functional art here in the front that our brewing team is pretty grateful for. So we tripled our brewing capacity here in the end of 2017, and at the same time increased our overall efficiency in the brew house. So I really enjoyed that one. It's large vessels, a lot of pumps and pipes and instrumentation, digging in pretty deep into process and instrumentation diagrams that are all represented right here with your mind on, ultimately creating the highest quality beer that you can. So I think having the civil engineering base knowledge was really helpful for me because civil engineering isn't just a study or a vocation, it's also a language. And it's a language that you need to know when you're working with multiple companies that have different backgrounds, whether it's architects or it's mechanical guys or it's someone that's specifically engaged in a piece of production equipment. It all needs to come together and marry together. So civil engineering was just one language that I had learned, and then I had to learn brewing. I had to learn how to speak brewer, then I had to learn maintenance guy, and I had to learn how to speak mechanic. And really what I'm trying to do here is just bring everybody together so at the end we have an equipment center that operates to our expectations.